Good afternoon and welcome to the West Coast Jamboree. We are getting ready for the Platinum Division Championship game involving Carondelet and Chaminade. I am Pat O'Rourke here on BayPreps.com, and we're pleased to welcome Clay Callum here. And Clay is, well known throughout the Bay Area and, of course, Northern California when it comes to basketball and girls basketball in particular. Clay, the head coach at Bentley. He's also one of the directors here at the West Coast Jamboree. He also has the only Northern California vote for the McDonald's All-American team. And, Clay, it's a pleasure to have you on here. Talk about the Jamboree overall. I mean, obviously, it's a great tournament when you're talking about this type of competition and great teams that come through and to play in this thing.
Oh yeah, and you've got it's really a wonderful thing when we have the Platinum Division, and that's a big deal. It's also really important, I think, that the Jamboree allows teams of all levels to compete. Because we have 120 teams, we can create brackets that give every team, our goal in the tournament is that every team, if you come in and play well, you'll go 2-1. It's not like, oh, we're going to throw you to the Wolves and you're going to lose by 50 just so the host team could advance to the next round. So, this is great, but and these two teams are wonderful, but we want to make it a good experience for all 120 teams.
Well, and it certainly has been. Yeah, that's a great job to put all these brackets together, I'm sure, is something else. When you talk about 120 teams and 14 brackets, including a 16-team Platinum bracket, a ton of work goes into it, and a lot of people contribute to that.
Yeah, and Dave and I do most of it, and really it's very difficult because you want it to be fair, but then kids get hurt or there's transfers or whatever, and so we try to work as best we can, and when we see a bracket with a bunch of close games, then we know we did okay.
For sure, and this has been a great tournament again, and you've got a lot of good championship games, including this one coming up here, Carondelet and Chaminade. Overall, I imagine it's another success.
Yes. Well, hey, as the tournament director, it's never a success until we walk out of the gym at the end of the day. But for right now, yeah, we're really, really happy. This is going to be a nice game. Southern California, Northern California matchup. We like to see that. Two good teams. Chaminade has only lost once to Long Beach Poly, one of the best teams in the country. Carondelet has only lost once, and they beat St. Mary's of Berkeley, a team that beat Long Beach Poly. So this should be a really interesting matchup. I'm sure you've talked about Natalie Romeo. I think she's, probably the premier player on the floor. But both of these teams are full of talented players, well coached. We're looking forward to this one. This should be a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Great to have you on, Clay. Thanks a lot for joining us here. Thanks, and looking forward to a championship game, and congratulations on another successful tournament.
Super, and I'll see you at the Camp Lindo shootout.
For sure. Thanks a lot, Clay. Appreciate it. Yes, and we will be covering the Camp Lindo shootout, and that's going to be coming your way in January, and we're going to be covering quite a bit of games there as we get ready for this next matchup here at Carondelet and Chaminade, the Platinum Division Championship game, as these two teams go at it. Ian Vaughn is the cameraman, and Ian, you can go ahead and pan down to the excellent teams that we have here today. The Chaminade coming in with a record of 13-1, and Carondelet is 8-1. As Clay mentioned, this is great Northern California, Southern California matchup when you talk about these two programs going at it. And these two programs have been very successful. Last year, Chaminade was 24-5. Carondelet a year ago was 27-4. They were the NCS Division II champions, NorCal CIF Regional semifinals. Chaminade last year was a quarterfinalist in the Southern section, the Tough 4AA Southern section. They were semifinalists the year before, and they're also a NorCal or a SoCal team competing at CIF State. And so, again, thanks to Clay for joining us. Looking forward to this great matchup. You heard him mention Natalie Romeo. She's the player to watch in this one. She's having a great tournament, coming off a season-high 32-point effort, 10 steals as well in the semifinal, 90-58 win over Sacramento. Very impressive 32-point win against a good Sacramento team, a team that we just saw beat Berkeley in the third-place game. They came all the way back from a 14-point halftime deficit to win that third-place game by the score of 65-57 in overtime. And now Carondelet, after that 32-point win over Sacramento on Saturday, plays Chaminade, who was a winner over Berkeley. They had to come back in the second half in that game against Berkeley to win 59-54, a big 19-2 third quarter run in that contest. So the starters for the Cougars, the team from Concord, of course, the aforementioned 5'7" junior, Natalie Romeo. Also, you've got Gabriela Gruppolo. She is a 5'7" junior. Lauren Nicolosi is a 6-foot senior. Amy Harioka is a 5'7" senior, and Mackenzie Cass is the second leading scorer after Romeo. She is a 5'10" junior. Carondelet, the team in red. And Chaminade, that makes them the team in white with the orange numbering and lettering. And we are getting ready to get underway. We'll run down Chaminade in a moment. They do have Cassie McLeod. She is a 6-foot senior. The opening tip from Natalie Valenzuela, but it's won by Carondelet. Immediately catching and unable to score underneath is Mackenzie Cass. And the rebound knocked out of bounds off of the Cougars. It is Chaminade basketball. It allows Carondelet to set up their full court pressure. That, of course, is spearheaded by Romeo, who can come up with quite a bit of steals. We told you 10 the other day, and here's Harioka off a steal, set up by Romeo, and then Romeo's shot swatted out of there by McLeod. They do force a turnover, and Carondelet will inbound from underneath. Cassie McLeod, very good player in this Chaminade team. Also got Mi'chael Wright, 5'11" senior, and they come up with a steal as Carondelet turns it over for the first time. So we're still looking for our first points. We've played 20 seconds. Here is a pass underneath. Catching and scoring is Mi'chael Wright. And she makes it 2-0 in favor of Chaminade. The other way, getting fouled, is Harioka. And Harioka is going to be going to the free throw line. Harioka, in the game we did in Carondelet's opening round win against Pleasant Grove, played extremely well in terms of grabbing a lot of rebounds. Here she makes a free throw to get Carondelet on the board. Carondelet, a team that recorded a 79-64 win over Pleasant Grove in their opener, 68-57 over Heritage in the quarters, and then we told you the 90-58 win over Sacramento in the semis. So here is Chaminade breaking the pressure. This is Cassie McLeod up top. Chaminade, the team in white. Platinum Division Championship game from Deer Valley High School in Antioch. Pat O'Rourke with you here on BayPreps. Mi'chael Wright gets it down low, spinning her way around. Tough right-hander is able to fall for Robin Brown. Brown, Wright, and McLeod, a very balanced attack for Chaminade. In terms of they are the three leading scorers, and they're all average in double figures as Carondelet turns it over a second time. Wright averages 12.9. Brown 10.7 points per game, and McLeod 10.3 points per contest. Here's a long baseball pass up the floor, finding Wright. Wright is going to be able to score and draw the foul on Nicolosi. So an excellent start for the Chaminade Eagles, the team from West Hills. They were unranked to start the season. The most recent Cal High Sports state rankings, they were 16th. Carondelet 7th in those recent Cal High Sports state rankings. That was over a week ago, the most recent ones they had. As the three-point play is converted by Wright, who's already got 5 points. So here's Natalie Romeo. Harioka over on the far left side. We've played a minute 12. Cast, looking for the back door for Harioka, but a poor pass is stolen back by the Cougars and put up and in by Cast underneath. And Cass gets Carondelet's first field goal of the game. It's 7-4. Going to the rim is Natalie Valenzuela, and she gets called for the charge. Good job picking up that charge by Harioka. It's a stat Carondelet will keep track of, and Harioka draws her 5th of the season. So Valenzuela will go out after committing the personal. Danae Blodgett is into the game. 6:20 to go in the opening quarter. Romeo gets it to Nicolosi up top to Cass for a three, and Cass buries it. She's got an excellent shot, and she gets hot. Carondelet can go on some huge runs. Cass already has 5 points. And a turnover by Chaminade, their 3rd of the game. Cast averages 17.9 per contest. She has scored at least a dozen every game this year. Had 25 points in their quarterfinal win against Heritage. She did take 26 shots in that game. Pass knocked away. Romeo gets it back. Great bounce pass. Cass cutting. Can't score, but the putback is there for Lauren Nicolosi. And Carondelet is in the lead for the first time. And here's a steal by Romeo. Romeo, one-hand pass, open. Harioka for 3. No, and the rebound is grabbed by Mi'chael Wright. That's how quickly Carondelet can get into a groove, forcing those turnovers on defense, setting up some open looks. As into the game comes Mason Boucher, a 5'11 sophomore. She checks into the contest for Nicolosi. Sarah Orico checks in for Chaminade as McLeod goes out. Rebound off a missed shot for Chaminade. The putback not there for Robin Brown, but she's going to be going to the free throw line.
Fouls on Natalie Romeo, her first, second team foul.
First free throw is able to fall for Brown. Second one also falls. And we are tied up at 9. Quickly comes Romeo. Inside the lane, running right-hander, able to fall by Gabriella Gruppalo, showing some assertiveness to put Carondelet in front.
Gabriella Gruppalo.
Nearly a steal by Cass. Good defense there on Brown. Or Mi'chael Wright, I should say. Feeds it outside for a jumper, and the short jumper connects from 15 for Orico to tie us up at 11. Up top, Cass has another open three. Misses off the back iron, and the rebound is grabbed by Valerie Higgins. Higgins nearly traveled, and she did. 5 turnovers on Chaminade. Romeo's pass goes to Boucher. 4:20 to go in the opening quarter. Boucher gets it stripped. Bodies fall to drive for that loose ball. We're going to get a tie-up, and the alternating possession will give it to the Eagles. Valerie Higgins, a 6-foot freshman. Passes way to Robin Brown, back up top. This is Mi'chael Wright. Here's Orico, nailed a jumper a short time ago. She's a 5'4 junior. Nice feed down low. Wright can't convert the short shot, and the rebound deflected out of bounds. That's going to go off of Cass's leg, I believe. Yes, it's going to be Chaminade basketball.
No shot clock.
The inbounds. Baseball pass caught on the other side by Christina Fandino. Here's Orico. Down low, feeding right, backing her way against Cass. Can't convert the shot. The rebound on the floor, and we're going to get a foul against Chaminade. Eagles have a slight rebounding advantage here in the early going, unable to get that board. So here's Romeo walking it up for Carondelet. You don't hear that too often. They're walking it up at the pace the Cougars like to play, and quickly she gets into action as she tries to pass down low, but it's off the hands of Nicolosi and out of bounds. 4 turnovers on the Cougars as Harrioka checks in for Gruppalo for Chaminade. Wright takes a seat along with Brown. The inbounds goes to Kaylee Pandino, a 5'7 junior, just checked in. Some little bit of inexperience on the floor for Chaminade, but they break the pressure, and getting fouled is Devin Stanback, and she's going to be going to the free throw line.
Chaminade foul on Robin Brown, her first, third team foul.
And the free throw misses
Correction.
for Stanback.
Foul was on.
Foul goes against Marcella Hughes, who checks out of the game, and Gabriel Gruppalo checks in. Another free throw here for Stanback, a 6'3" junior. She makes the second. And Chaminade is back in front. Opening quarter of the Platinum Division Championship game. Here's Harioka driving. The putback is there. Nicely done. Calmly put home by Nicolosi. Her second field goal, and Carondelet's in the lead. Going right to the buckets, the freshman missing the shot was Higgins. And on the rebound, Stanback is fouled. She's going back to the free throw line. Paulo commits the first, her first, fourth team. And another free throw miss for Stanback, who is now 0 for 3 from the line. She came in 2 of 2 on the season. So she makes 1 of 2, and we're tied up. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Up the floor, this is Harioka. Here's a 3 from the wing that misses by Cass, and the rebound on the floor goes to Higgins. This is Christina Fandino. Nice bounce pass. Stanback catches and scores. Chaminade in front, 15-13. As Romeo goes right to the rim, has her shot partially blocked, grabs the loose ball, and the putback, or not the putback, but after the feed from Romeo is Gabriel Grupalo to tie us up at 15. And a traveling violation on the far side on the Eagles. Their 6th turnover. Carondelet's got 4 turnovers. We've played 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Here's Romeo. Romeo works away from the pick. Nice pump fake on the pass, and she scoops in the layup. Pretty play by Romeo, who's got her first points of the game. This is McLeod. McLeod along the baseline. Wild shot, air ball grab by Romeo. Romeo wants to push. Her pass caught by Cass. Great feed, and Nicolosi is fouled. Look at the way Carondelet can push and pass in the open floor. Making the extra pass there was Cass, and Nicolosi's going to get a couple free throws out of it. 4 team fouls on Chaminade. First free throw misses. A foul, by the way, was on Higgins. First personal. She checks out of the game. Also going out is Cassie McLeod. We're going to see Mi'chael Wright, who's got 5 points, check back in. Sarah Orko's in the contest. Just missed both free throws. As Robin Brown also checks in. Both free throws missed by Nicolosi there. Carondelet in the lead by 2. Here's a tough scoop layup by Orko. Misses. Another putback try by Stanback, but she can't convert. And Cass brings it in the front court. Cass pulls up for the short jumper, tries to go off the window, and it's cleared by Stanback, who's given good minutes. Off the bench for Chaminade. Pass in the front court to Wright, and Wright is fouled on the entry with 1:17 to play in the quarter. Kaylee Fandino is into the game as Orko checks out. Back and forth action in this opening quarter. Open 3 off the inbounds for Christina. Fandino was buried. Her first points. The other way, Cass tries to answer, and she does. Cass already has 8. Inside a minute to go in the quarter. Nice feed down low. Mi'chael Wright can't convert. Grabs her own rebound and puts it in. And she ties this up at 20. Here's Romeo up top, looking to go that crossover. Trying to back her way in against Pandino. Here's a jumper for Nicolosi that misses from the foul line. Stanback's got her 5th board. Great action this opening quarter, as you would hope in the Platinum Championship game. High scoring, 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Errant pass, caught though by Brown. Brown feeds Stanback, who can't catch, now does. Tries to go off the window, can't. Rebound on the floor. Saved Wright, great pass, Mi'chael Wright. And she will score on the feed from Brown. 7.9 seconds to go in the quarter, and Wright's got a chance for a 3-point play. Into the game is Mason Boucher as Lauren Nicolosi goes out. Misses the free throw, the rebound, tie up, grabbed and put in by Stanback. Wow, she really fought for that one. 3 seconds. Here's Romeo from half court at the buzzer. No. Great way to end the quarter if you're Chaminade. The Eagles lead by 4. You're watching high school basketball action. This is BayPreps.com.
So it's nice and small, and we really, really appreciate it. Contra Costa Federal Credit Union has sponsored all 13 years. Sports Stars Magazine, our media sponsor, Jelani Brothers Contractors, TLC for Kids Sports, the Contra Costa Basketball Officials Association, eteamsponsor.com, the Jamboree's fundraising partner for participating schools, Image and Print. Selling the shirts down here. They're discounted shirts, sweatshirts, hats, you name it, we got it. NorCal Preps, the Walnut Creek Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Cougars. We thank our sponsors.
Carondelet was out-rebounded in that first quarter, 14-5, and that's part of the reason why they have a 4-point deficit. Their final basket for Chaminade in that quarter was a putback. The Cougars have 8 points from Mackenzie Cass. For Chaminade, Mi'chael Wright has 9 points. Good action, though. We're in the Platinum Division Championship game. Carondelet will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Romeo, Boucher, Harrioka, Hughes, and Grupalo on the floor. This is Harrioka pump faking. Nice drive, and can't convert. The rebound cleared by Stanback, and we got a tie up in the possession arrow. We'll give it to Carondelet. Kelly DeMuro did not like that call. Actually, possession arrow goes to Chaminade. They didn't switch the arrow there before the start of the quarter. Kelly DeMuro, the head coach at Chaminade, and Margaret Gartner at Carondelet. Very, very good programs. Up top, it's an open 3 for Robin Brown that misses. Rebound, again an offensive board. Mi'chael Wright spins her way back, but she traveled. Chaminade had 6 turnovers in that first quarter. That's their 7th. Carondelet, though, still having a tough time boxing out. Well, they are the undersized team. That's where Chaminade's trying to take advantage. Other corner, this is Harrioka. Good for the 3. Harrioka's got 5 points. Long pass ahead of the field, caught by Fandino. She tried to go down the right, but it's knocked away by the sophomore Boucher. Into the game, Natalie Valenzuela. She checks into the contest for Stanback. Stepping her way in, backing her way in is Harrioka, or against Harrioka, and missing the shot, but grabbing her own rebound underneath is Valenzuela, and now it's cleared by Romeo. Romeo quickly pushing. Romeo can't scoop in the layup. The rebound, though, out of bounds off of Chaminade, and Carondelet's going to get a new possession. Cassie McLeod, Sarah Orico, and Valerie Higgins senior, junior, and freshman respectively, all check into the contest for Chaminade, the team in white from West Hills. It's a no-cal, so-cal matchup. Here is Romeo missing the three, and the rebound is grabbed by Higgins. Up the floor, open for a three is McLeod, and she airballs it, but it's grabbed by Valenzuela. Down low, field Mi'chael Wright. Mi'chael Wright pump fakes, goes up, and they're going to say, they're going to count that bucket or not? No, they're going to say it was on the floor.
Correction, no basket. No basket.
So with 6:20, or wait, they were going to count it, and now it seemed like they weren't going to count it. Okay, it's just 1-and-1 free throws here for Wright as she makes the first. There was some question with the scorers table there because they put the bucket on the board as if it was going to count, but then they took it off, and that was a 7th-team foul. And now the officials trying to sort something out over at the scorers table. There's still some confusion here over at the scorers table. I'd like to thank Franklin Canyon Stables, very affordable, family-oriented, the place to go if you're looking for riding lessons, trail access, horse training, or boarding. That's Franklin Canyon Stables. For more information, go to kimshorsetraining.com. That's kimshorsetraining.com. Franklin Canyon Stables. And
we have a correction. The score should have been 25-20.
they're saying the score should be 25-20, but I believe it should be 25-23. Carondelet got a three from Harrioka to start.
All right, the score should have been 25-20 at the end of the first quarter. We were a point off. So now the score is 26-23.
Before they had the scoreboard, they had it at 25-23, and they're saying they're giving Chaminade an extra point, saying it should be 26-23. So that's going to lead to more of a delay here. We started late anyway because the third place game went to overtime. Berkeley had a 14-point lead over Sacramento. Sacramento came back, got a late putback to force overtime, and then won in OT, 65-57. So the books are checking to see what the score is. We right now have it at 25-23. It's too bad that we have this delay because the action was great. Hopefully it will pick back up again.
Going with 24-20 at the end of the first quarter. So that means the score is now correct at 25-23 after Wright made the first free throw. We'll shoot another free throw.
So they had it right all along.
First game, he's done every single game, and this is his first mistake.
So a free throw coming from Mi'chael Wright. And she makes it. So Chaminade has a three-point advantage, 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's a three that's blocked out of there by the freshman Wiggins, grabbed back by Cass. Romeo's open in the corner for a three. No. The rebound, though, Nicolosi spins her way around, can't convert off the back iron. Cleared by Orico. This looks like it's going to be a tight one throughout. Chaminade using their size advantage pretty well. Here's the inbounds from Orico. Caught by McLeod. McLeod, the third leading scorer in this team. She averages 10.3 a contest. This is Wright, second leading scorer in this team. McLeod with 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins, nice move, goes right to the bucket and scores. Valerie Higgins makes it a 5-point game. Here's a 3. That's an air ball by Cass the other direction. Oracle and Chaminade looking to stretch this lead. Oracle right to the rim. No. Higgins passes to Wright but gets called for the 3-second violation. So Carondelet down 5. Here's Romeo. Romeo, tough angle, able to score the right hand from the left side. Not easy at all, just a second bucket for the 5'7" junior. Here's Oracle going right to the rim, missing and drawing the foul. Carondelet defense was late. Cass picks up the foul.
Mackenzie Cass picks up that personal. Her
First personal, 18 foul. 2 free throws coming up for Oracle, 5'4" junior.
One more coming.
So Hughes goes out as Harrioka checks into the game for Carondelet. Another free throw after the miss by Oracle. Missed them both. Rebound grab by Nicolosi, her 4th. Nicolosi going right to the rim and drawing the blocking foul on Wright. Drawing the ire of the Chaminade bench, hoping that she would pick up the charge.
That's 2 on Wright.
So that's her second personal.
Nicolosi goes to the line.
And Nicolosi, who was 0 for 2 from the line in this game, is 8 for 12 on the season. Wright goes out, and into the game is Standback, who did a really good job off the bench in that first quarter. Second free throw misses. The rebound tipped over to Harrioka, and it leads to an open jumper that misses from Grupalo. And now a foul on Carondelet in the backcourt, and Nicolosi. And they'll head down to the other end. So this is where Chaminade can stretch their lead.
19 foul.
This will be 1-and-1 free throws, but from this point forward with 4:44 to go in the first half, they're going to be shooting 2 after this set. 1-and-1 though for Oracle. And she's now missed 3 in a row, and McCass has the rebound. Romeo sees an opening. Runs into traffic, gets her shot blocked. No foul call. Higgins grabs the loose ball. Chaminade. Nice feed down low. Standback scores off the window. Standback already has 7 points and 6 rebounds for Chaminade. Here's Romeo. Nice move. Great feed. Boucher gets it stripped. Oracle through traffic, nice bounce pass and gets called for the charge. Boucher does a very good job of drawing charges. She leads Carondelet in that category. That's her 10th, the 10th time she's drawn a charge this season. So 4:03 to go in the first half. Romeo gets a pick, works left side of the lane and gets fouled. You can see Chaminade trying to get real physical of Romeo. Romeo, though, not backing down. Finds her way to the free throw line for the first time. The 71% foul shooter misses her first. Marcella Hughes, sophomore, checks in for the junior Grupalo. Second free throw good by Romeo. She now has 5 points. Past the midway point of the second quarter. Natalie Valenzuela wants to attack, and it's another charge as she runs over Cast. So that's 3 fouls now on Valenzuela, the 6'2 junior. Carondelet is more evenly distributed their fouls. Boucher to Cass for a 3. Misses back iron. The long rebound tipped by Romeo to herself. Romeo backs her way in. Tough right-hander. No. Boucher's got the rebound. Boucher can't convert. Boucher tries to tip the rebound long, but Fandino has it. Up the floor. Great block shot by Cass, who was pumped up after stuffing Robin Brown. And that gets some of the Carondelet faithful into this with 3:25 to go in the second quarter. It's been a struggle offensively for the Cougars this quarter, just 2 made field goals. The inbounds underneath. And Stanback gets it stuck between the rim and the backboard.
Possession to Carondelet.
So the Cougars get it back with 3:21 until halftime. Carondelet's trailed most of the way, although it's been pretty close. Chaminade hasn't led by more than 4. Romeo on the wing's going to fire the 3. And the rebound is grabbed by Stanback, who already has 7. On the right side, Brown down low, knocked away by Cass. Cass playing very well in the defensive end. Romeo feeds Harioka on the baseline. Misses. And it's grabbed by Cassie McLeod. Chaminade still working with that lead, although they are losing the turnover battles. That pass out of bounds is their 12th turnover this first half. Carondelet's got 5. Chaminade leading the rebounding department. And Grupalo checks in. Here's Natalie Romeo. 2:25 till halftime. Romeo. Someone got away. That was McLeod getting away for reach in there. Here's Harioka. In the corner to Grupalo. Back to Romeo. Romeo works her way around a defender, misses, grabs her own rebound. No foul call, and the rebound is grabbed by Chaminade, and now the foul is going to go against Carondelet. It's going to be the second one on Romeo, and it's going to lead to automatic 2 shots here as Chaminade's in the double bonus, and Kaylee Fandino is the one going to the line. 4 of 6 from the line this season. She misses the first. Call Michael Maury, your home loan purchase and loan finance expert at 925-967-3055. Let Michael Maury at CNA Equity be your bridge to your most profitable equity partners. Another free throw is good. So Fandino makes 1 of 2. And Chaminade's got a 4-point lead. That was the margin at the end of the first quarter. We had a much more up-tempo first quarter. Teams getting up and down. Points coming rather easily. It's 24-20 after 1. Not the case here in the second as Cass scores off the glass to cut the lead in half. Cass already in double figures. She leads Carondelet with 10. 1:45 left in the second quarter. Pass in the corner caught by McLeod, and McLeod stepped out of bounds. Romeo doesn't take very many rests, still on the floor for Carondelet. Of course, she's got to be a little careful now if those 2 fouls don't want to pick up that third before the break. She's working against McLeod. Chaminade's been trying to be real physical with Romeo. And a traveling violation as Cass catches the pass from the junior point guard. There's a foul. As McLeod made an aggressive move. to get to the free throw. And McLeod has been scoreless.
Fouls on Mackenzie Cass. Her second with the double bonus.
Cass picks up her second. McLeod averages in double figures, but scoreless until that made free throw.
Cassie McLeod has one, makes one, and has one covered.
So she makes them both, and Chaminade's got a 4-point lead again. 1:20 to go, second quarter. Here's Romeo. One-handed pass, great feed, Boucher. The sophomore, though, not looking at the hoop, kicks it out to Harioka. Harioka, bounce pass. Errant, but caught by her teammate Grupalo. Now Boucher backs her way in. Nice move, but can't score. And on the rebound, she went over the back and drew the foul. So they're going to head down to the other end for more free throws for Chaminade.
Mason Boucher picks up the personal, her first. Double bonus once again. Mi'chael Wright shooting 2.
So Wright misses the first free throw. That's now 5 missed free throws in the quarter and 8 in the game. Make that 9 in the game for Chaminade. She misses them both, and the rebound is grabbed by Boucher. Romeo. Blocked out there by Wright. Loose ball grab by Boucher, who is fouled.
Cassie McLeod picks up her second, 19th foul. Boucher on the line, shooting 2.
So Boucher trying to cut this lead down to 2. Misses the first. So now their team's having a real easy time of it at the free throw line as Higgins, the freshman, checks into the game for McLeod. 1 6-footer in for another. It's just you've got a freshman checking in for a senior. As the second free throw is good.
And we're under a minute in the first left in the first half.
First point of the game for Boucher. Higgins. Long feed ahead. Nice catch, but unable to score is Robin Brown, and the rebound out of bounds off of Carondelet. The inbounds. Caught. Here's a jumper from the baseline. Misses by Higgins. Harioka the board. Harioka feeds Boucher. Boucher can't score, and Wright clears it for Chaminade. Got to convert those if you're Carondelet. Shot clock is a 4-second difference game clock, and now a turnover on Chaminade means the shot clock is off. Carondelet really hasn't played that well, and they're only down 3. Here's Romeo. See if Carondelet holds for the last shot. 20 seconds till halftime. This is Cast. Cast is going to heave a 3 and miss. And the rebound grabbed by the Cougars. It leads to a Harioka 3. That is good. Great job by Grupalo to keep that possession alive. Here's Chaminade with 3 seconds at the buzzer. Good, an answer by Christina Fandino.
And that was a three-pointer at the buzzer by Krista Fandino.
And that gives Chaminade a 3-point lead heading into halftime. It's 36-33 Eagles. You're watching high school basketball action on BayPreps.com. We'll take a break on the audio side, but first we'll thank Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, the place to go after the game. Open late, full bar, longtime supporter of high school sports in the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio and Walnut Creek. That's Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. Online ordering is available. Go to the website at roccospizzeria.com, and the rest is easy. A break on the audio side. Chaminade leads by 3 at the break here on BayPreps.com.
Shout out to our sponsor, Spalding, the official ball lister. It was Bishop McGinnis, North Carolina, 51.
Pat O'Rourke back with you here on BayPreps.com as we're at the halftime break, getting ready for the start of the second half. Leading the way for Chaminade is Mi'chael Wright. She has 11 points. Devin Stambach's got 8 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. 6 for Christina Fandino, 4 for Robin Brown. 2 points for Cassie McLeod, Sarah Orico, and 1 point for Kaylee Pandino. Carondelet led by Mackenzie Cass, who's got 10 first half points as we get ready for the second half. Quickly underneath, Cassie McLeod has the layup, her first field goal of the game. A double-digit per game score gives Chaminade a 5-point advantage. This is Cass up top. Cass takes inside the lane and gets fouled by McLeod, and she'll be going to the free throw line. So Cass had 10 first-half points to lead the Cougars. Amy Harioka's got 8. Natalie Romeo and Lauren Nicolosi each have 5. Gabrielle Gerpalo's got 4. And Mason Boucher with 1. Carondelet 5 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half as Cass makes her first trip to the line and scores. Valenzuela drawing another foul, or picking up another foul. It's her fourth, so Valerie Higgins, who played productive minutes off the bench, is in. Carondelet was out rebounded 30-18 in that first half as Cass makes both free throws. They did force 14 turnovers and committed just 6. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Each team scored a couple points. In this second half, here's a 3 by Fandino. Misses, and Romeo's got the rebound. So Romeo up the floor on the wing, finds Grupalo for a 3 that misses, and it's grabbed off the floor by Fandino. Chaminade was 10 of 19 from the foul line in that first half. They did a good job working their size advantage, and here's Wright using that size at big frame at 5'11", and she draws the foul after the rebound. And Wright's going back to the free throw line, where she was 3 of 6. Nobody took more free throws for the Chaminade team than Wright did in that first half. She misses the first. Second free throw is good. Harioka, by the way, committed her third personal there as Romeo pulls up for the short jumper, can't score, and it's grabbed by Higgins. Carondelet has got to feel pretty good to be down by only 4. They haven't played that great in this game. Here's Chaminade breaking the pressure of Higgins. Nice pass underneath, and Wright's got the layup. Wright's got 13 points to lead all scorers. Cass for a 3 on the feed from Romeo. No, but missing the wide open shot underneath was Grupalo. Got to convert those. Cougars have missed too many gimmies in this game, and we got a foul. And Robin Brown's going to be going to the free throw line for Chaminade as Cass picks up her third. So the foul situation, something to watch now for Carondelet. We're going to get a timeout on the floor called by Chaminade as they have stretched their lead to 6, the biggest lead they have had in this game with 6:36 to go in the third quarter. And Mackenzie Cass and Amy Harioka each now have 3 personal fouls. I'd like to thank Franklin Canyon Stables, very affordable, family-oriented, the place to go if you're looking for riding lessons, trail access, horse training, or boarding. That's Franklin Canyon Stables. For more information, go to kimshorsetraining.com. That's kimshorsetraining.com. Chaminade had a 3-point lead at the half. They got a 3 at the buzzer at the close of that first half by Christina Fandino. And now looking to stretch this margin with Robin Brown at the line. She makes the first. Brown a perfect 3 for 3, make it 4 for 4 from the line. So Chaminade, their biggest lead, going back to that 3-pointer at the close of the first half. They're on a big run. They had a problem with the shot clock, so that will cause a minor delay here. It's a 10-2 run going back to that 3-pointer. Cass is going to check back into the game for Harioka, and that's something Margaret Gartner's got to watch. Those 2 players with 3 fouls, obviously a lot of time left in this game. This is Grupalo feeding Cass, who fires up that 3, and the rebound is grabbed by Wright. And a traveling violation. Carondelet is known for some big runs. Are they going to go on a bit? You'd have to think they're going to go on some big run in the second half, but is it going to be enough to come back and win this Platinum Division Championship game? Here's Cast. Cast. Bumped. Steps in on the baseline. Nice feed, Nicolosi, and Nicolosi is going to the free throw line. Nicolosi 8 of 10 from the line on the season coming into this game, but she's just 1 of 4 from the line this afternoon. Along with Ian Fawn, the producer and cameraman, I'm Pat O'Rourke here on BayPreps.com. So the first free throw is good by Nicolosi. Carondelet has trailed most of this game, although it's been pretty tight until this third quarter of Chaminade getting a little separation, although it's still very much a ball game as Higgins grabs the rebound. 3 different players in Chaminade have 7 or more rebounds. They are winning that battle. Higgins, left side of the lane, goes right by Nicolosi, who was trying to draw a charge, and Higgins just went right to the bucket, and Chaminade now has a 9-point advantage. Jumper is good for Romeo. Carondelet needing an answer there to get within 7. Bad pass, and Chaminade turns it over, which discussed their head coach, Kelly DeMuro, who's 63-11 over the last 2+ seasons. That includes the 13-1 start to this year. Their only loss was to Windward, a 56-53 defeat to one of the top teams in the state. Sarah Orico checks into the game for Fandino. Here's Romeo, working against McLeod, works by McLeod, and scoops in the layup. 4 unanswered points for Romeo, and Carondelet's within 5. This is Orico. Romeo applying some pressure. Knocked away. Loose ball, grabbed back by Romeo. Up top, Cass going to fire the 3. No. And the rebound to Higgins. Chaminade tries to answer. Great feed. Wright can't score. Grabs her own rebound and does score. 15 points and 9 rebounds for Wright. The other way, though, a layup for Nicolosi. And the Eagles of Chaminade call a timeout as they're disappointed for allowing a bucket to Carondelet off of a made bucket. That's something that they can, I'm sure, are expecting to allow some points in transition to Carondelet, but the last thing they want to see is Carondelet score off a made bucket like that. So it's a 47-42 game with 4:47 remaining in the third quarter between 2 of the better teams in the state. The Southern California-Northern California battle in the championship game of the Platinum Division. Yes, the premier division in this West Coast Jamboree, which featured 120 teams, 14 divisions. The Platinum Division, the only 16-team division. There were 13 8-team divisions. And these, the best of the best. Carondelet and Chaminade, and right now the Chaminade Eagles have a 5-point lead. They led by 3 at the half. They've led by as many as 9. Great game here on BayPreps.com. Chaminade basketball. It's Valerie Higgins, Sarah Orico, Christina Fandino, Mi'chael Wright, and Robin Brown on the floor. Carondelet, their patented full court pressure, and there's a 5-second violation. 18 turnovers on Chaminade. They can't inbound off the timeout. Romeo does inbound for Carondelet. She finds Boucher. Swing it around. This is Grupalo to Romeo. He's going to fire a long 3. And the rebound on the floor to Higgins. What a job for Higgins tonight. That was an easy rebound, but she's got 9 in this game. Quickly the other way. It's Wright scoring the layup. Romeo pulls up, elbow jumper, no. Not getting those outside shots to fall. Another board for Higgins. So here's Orico working against Romeo. This is Higgins at top, working against Harrioka, who's got 3 fouls. Along the baseline. Tough angle, no for Brown, but Wright's there again. She has been everywhere. She's got 8 in this quarter, 19 in the game. And Chaminade's got that lead back up to 9. Here's Boucher. Can't convert, another gimme underneath. Carondelet's missed way too many of those. Up the floor, layup, good for Robin Brown. Now a double-figure lead for Chaminade. Romeo, nice pass, Boucher, and Boucher is fouled. Carondelet's got to do that more often. Take it at Wright, who just picked up her third. So that's a big foul. Third foul with 3:32 to go. Wright has really hurt Carondelet. 19 points and 10 rebounds. And Boucher misses the first free throw. Standback, though, who's played well, is going to check into the game for Chaminade, along with Cassie McLeod. Wright and Brown take a seat. Harrioka goes out for Carondelet. Another free throw miss. It stays an 11-point game. McLeod feeds Standback. Standback goes in and scores off the glass over Boucher. Standback, a 6'3 junior's got 10 points and 7 rebounds off the Chaminade bench. The Eagles had a 3-point halftime lead, and they have stretched it to 13 with 3:19 to go in the third. You're watching high school basketball action from the West Coast Jamboree on BayPreps.com.
Once again, this is your last chance to get that.
55-42 with 3:19 to go in the third quarter. An excellent performance by Chaminade in this quarter after Carondelet had cut the lead. It was a 9-point lead. Carondelet had cut it down to 3, but now it's back up to 13. Natalie Romeo's got 9 points. Pretty quiet thus far for a player who averages 21.3 per game, but she can get hot in a hurry, and Carondelet really going to need her. They also got to convert some of the gimmies underneath. They've missed way too many of them. Here's Romeo, backing her way in. Tough right-hander, no, and Higgins has the rebound. If you're the Cougars, obviously very much looking to get this thing down to single figures before the fourth quarter. Higgins, not playing like a freshman, gets rid of it to McLeod. This is now Orico. Knocked away, taken by Carondelet. Romeo, a 1-on-2 break. Romeo can't score. The deflected rebound, grabbed by Standback. Every loose ball going to Chaminade. Got some height, some tall players in this team as Carondelet comes up with a steal, but then Grupalo couldn't corral it. So Chaminade gets it back as Higgins goes out and Kaylee Pandino checks in. There's too many mistakes in this game for Carondelet. Up top, Standback. Standback goes to the rim, blocked away. Here's Cass. Cass missing another layup, and the rebound is grabbed by McLeod. Carondelet's missed too many layups in this game, and at the other end, Standback doesn't miss. The lead just keeps growing for Chaminade. Here's Romeo getting fouled. So Romeo gets a couple of free throws. She is 1 of 2 from the line in this game, and she misses the first. 71% foul shooter. As Harrioka checks in for Katie Rathman, who had a brief appearance. She misses them both. Carondelet continuing to miss shots all over in this game. Orico getting fouled. Orico just going in and drawing some contact. She's going to a free throw line that has not been kind to her. She is 0 for 3. But Chaminade's taken so many free throws. They're 12 of 23. Each time that Chaminade gets a bucket or point, they're adding what is their biggest lead of the game. Right now it's standing at 16 as Romeo takes a rare rest. And Marcella Hughes checks in. Have a lane violation on that second free throw. So it's Carondelet basketball. This is Harrioka. Carondelet trying to make do with their best player on the bench. Nearly a turnover. And there it is as Harrioka throws it into the bench. Carondelet has just 7 made field goals over the second and third quarters. Very un-Cougar-like as Orico draws the charge or picks up the charge. Romeo still on the Carondelet bench. Harrioka. Blocked by Stanback, out of bounds to the Cougars. Into the game is Valerie Higgins for Orico. 1:28 left. The inbounds knocked away. Another Cougar turnover. They're going to be down a large margin when we go to the fourth quarter. Nice pass underneath. Stanback's got a layup. Boy, those two have played so well, working with one another, Stanback and Higgins. They've combined for 22 rebounds as Harrioka goes to the rim, and that's another missed Carondelet layup. The pass knocked out of bounds. .59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looks like Romeo's going to stay on the bench for the remainder of this third quarter. A foul on Higgins. It's a 16th foul. Romeo is going to come back in here with 53 seconds to go in the third. Carondelet's down 18 points. Romeo up top against McLeod. Passes on the far side, going right to the rim and scoring the layup is Gabriela Grupalo, but she commits a foul in the backcourt. 14th foul on Carondelet, 44 seconds to play in the third. Her second, 14th. Orico, as Chaminade does a great job again breaking pressure. It leads to a layup by McLeod, who's got a half dozen. Romeo. Along the baseline. Just 9 points tonight for Romeo. Here's a three by Harrioka that misses, and on the floor it's picked up by Higgins. 13 seconds to play in the third. All Chaminade in this third quarter, and Orico misses the shot. Another offensive rebound and a foul. It's Stanback going to the line. Stanback has 10 rebounds. Mi'chael Wright's got 10 rebounds. Valerie Higgins has 14 rebounds. And Stanback will shoot two. She misses the first. But it's those players for Chaminade that have been so pivotal and helped building this big lead. 26-point quarter for the Eagles. Misses both free throws, and Romeo's got the board with 5 seconds. Romeo tries to pass outside, but it's deflected out, and Harrioka stepped out at the buzzer, so no shot from Carondelet. And at the end of three quarters, Chaminade leads by 18. They outscore Carondelet 26-11 in that third quarter. You're watching high school basketball action from the West Coast Jamboree Platinum Division Championship on BayPreps.com.
Selling those shirts right to the very last second. Spalding, the official ball of the West Coast Jamboree. The team sponsor, the official fundraising arm for the West Coast Jamboree. NorCal Preps. They've been covering all the divisions. NorCal Preps, the Walnut Creek Convention and Visitors Bureau, Contra Costa Federal Credit Union, Gelati Brothers General Contractors, and TLC for Kids Sports. Also, you can catch my rap at the Jamboree on Cal High Sports. CHLHISPORTS. And that will be up there. You'll get a meeting. It'll be up there tonight. Also, shout out to Sports Stars Magazine, the official media sponsor of the West Coast Jamboree.
(62-44). Carondelet trails as we go to the fourth quarter. Natalie Romeo looking to spearhead a comeback for the Cougars in this fourth quarter. Gets the bucket. She's in double figures of 11. And a foul, a carrying violation on Chaminade. The 22nd turnover of the game against the Eagles. Can Carondelet put together a furious comeback in these final 8 minutes? Mi'chael Wright's got 20 points and 10 rebounds to lead Chaminade. Romeo, surrounded, gets rid of it. Grupalo, cast. Romeo, thought about the three, drives right by Higgins. Look at the quickness and the layup. Romeo, 4 unanswered points. Carondelet applying their full court pressure. Chaminade's done a pretty good job most of the day. They do have 22 turnovers in this game. But they've been able to get a lot of easy buckets. Here's Wright, nice feed, Higgins, and there's another one. Higgins, 6 points, 14 rebounds for the freshman. Here's Romeo, right to the rim. She is fouled. And Higgins picks up the foul.
Foul on Valerie Higgins, that's her fourth.
So Higgins has 4 fouls. Wright's got 3. Valenzuela's been on the bench with 4 for Chaminade. And Romeo makes the first free throw. So Higgins is going to have to take a seat. You got Stanback and Wright as the big players for Chaminade. Romeo sinks them both, lead at 14. Can Romeo and Carondelet put together a fourth quarter to remember here on BayPreps? Stanback working right past Nicolosi, drawing the foul.
Lauren Nicolosi with the personal. Her fourth.
So that's 4 fouls on Nicolosi. And the first free throw misses by Stanback, who has struggled from the line. She is now 2 of 7. Nicolosi goes out as Boucher checks in. Chaminade gonna have to start making their free throws. Haven't really made them at a high percentage. She misses them both, and the rebound picked up by Cast. Cast spins her way in against Wright and is fouled by Wright, and that's going to be the 4th one on Wright, who thought she got all ball. So a big foul with 6:47 to go. Wright picks up her 4th. And the score 64-50 in favor of Chaminade. Write that down as Boucher goes to the line. Actually, I should say McCast, not Boucher. So she makes them both, and Carondelet is on an 8-2 run to start the fourth quarter. And they have trimmed an 18-point lead down to 12 with 6:47 to go. Call Michael Mowry, your home loan purchase and loan finance expert at 925-967-3055. Let Michael Mowry at CNA Equity be your bridge, your most profitable equity partners. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, the place to go after the game. Open late, full bar, longtime supporter of high school sports on the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio and Walnut Creek. That's Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. Order some New Year's Eve food right now at Rocco's. Go to the website, roccospizzeria.com. The rest is easy. You're not going to find better food on this in the East Bay than you're going to find at Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. And Franklin Canyon Stables, very affordable, family-oriented, the place to go if you're looking for riding lessons, trail access, horse training, or boarding. That's Franklin Canyon Stables. For more information, go to kimshorsetraining.com. Carondelet down by 18 points to start this fourth quarter. They've got it down to 12 and a lot of time left, 6:47 to go. They've been looking for a big run this game, something that this Cougars team that is 8-1 is known for. Can they put it together here against Chaminade? Romeo applying pressure on Kaylee Fandino. Romeo's got a couple fouls. Wright playing with 4, gets rid of it to Stanback. Stanback loses it off her foot. Scramble for the loose ball. Great steal there by Grupalo. Carondelet's got numbers here. Here's Romeo. Tough right-hander off the window, and it's down to a 10-point game. Romeo's already got 8 in this quarter, 17 in the game. She applies the defense on Fandino. Stanback works right by Boucher and scores. Chaminade needed that. Stanback now has 16. Here's an open 3 for Grupalo. That is good. Down to a single-digit game. The other way, this is Cassie McLeod. 5:44 to go. Here's Mi'chael Wright. She's got another deuce. Leading scorer in this game with 22. Romeo can't convert. The rebound, Boucher. And Boucher hits the deck and gets called for a travel. And that's Carondelet in this game. They just have had some opportunities down low. They've been unable to convert. Should have been 2 points for Boucher there. 5:25 left. McLeod. Right. Up top, Higgins. Higgins gets called for the foul. She's going to get called for a charge there, and that's going to be her 5th. That's 5 fouls on Higgins. The freshman has played so well in this game with 6 points and 14 rebounds. But the 6-footer is fouled out with 5:05 to go.
She comes up, she gets 10 rebounds off the bench.
So it's Carondelet basketball, trying to get this thing down to single figures again. Nicolosi. Now this is Romeo against McLeod. Romeo blocked by McLeod. Loose ball picked up by Fandino. Big play there by McLeod defensively. Here's Orico. Fandino for a 3. Romeo the board. Romeo will push. Great stutter step and score. Romeo's tremendous fourth quarter continues. Will it continue for the final? 4:25 for Carondelet. An 18-point lead entering this quarter is at 9 for Chaminade. Keep it right here on BayPreps. 13 on the shot clock. Orico turns it over. Romeo, bounce pass. Hirioka No! And Carondelet misses another one inside, and the rebound is grabbed by Valenzuela, who's playing with the 4 fouls. The pass off of Wright's hands, but she grabs it back. Those misses underneath, you get the feeling they're going to hunt Carondelet in this game, in this Platinum Division Championship. Valenzuela going right to the rim and scoring. Too easy. And Margaret Gartner wants a timeout after seeing the 6'2 junior of Chaminade score her first points. Valenzuela right to the rim there. And Chaminade gets this lead back to double figures with 3:40 to go. Carondelet came into this game 8-1 record. Chaminade 13-1. Two of the better teams in the state. Both ranked among the top 20 in the Cal High Sports most recent poll. And obviously, you play in this tournament. It's a great tournament they put on here at the West Coast Jamboree. It was fun to visit with Clay Callum before this game. Of course, we've also spoken with Harold Aben. All the directors do a tremendous job here to accommodate these 120 teams. I mean, think about putting on a tournament, 120 basketball teams. And these the best of the very best as Romeo draws the foul and will go to the line. Romeo's got 10 points in this quarter. She's got 19 in the game. 3:34 to go. She tries to get it back down to single figures. Hasn't got a lot of help from her teammates here. Mackenzie Cass has 14 points. 8 of those were in the first quarter. So it's down to a 9-point game. Here's Orico working against Grupalo. Now Valenzuela, running right-hander, misses, grabs her own rebound, misses again. It's cleared by Nicolosi. Pull-up jumper Romeo to get it down to 7, misses, and the rebound to Wright. 3:06 to go. And a foul on Carondelet. That's going to be their 7th, and it will send Valenzuela to the free throw line for 1-1.
That's 5 on Mackenzie Cass.
And Mackenzie Cass is just fouled out of the game. 14 points for Cass. That'll make a field goal in this second half. Marcella Hughes going to check into the game for Cass.
She fouls out of the game with 14 points.
And Valenzuela makes the front end of 1-1. She was scoreless entering this fourth quarter. Now has 3 points. Carondelet's got as close as 9, but could be at an 11-point deficit, and it is as Valenzuela makes them both. It was an 18-point game to start this quarter. 3 minutes left in regulation. Romeo wide open, finds Hughes for a 3. And the rebound deflected out off of Carondelet. Chaminade looking to inbound. They've committed more turnovers this game by a lot, but they've killed Carondelet on the glass. And they've made their easy buckets, whereas Carondelet has missed theirs. Down low, catching is McLeod, missing, grabs their own rebound and draws the foul. So even when they are missing their easy shots, they're getting free throws. As McLeod goes to the line, where she has made her only 2 at foul attempts.
Robert, that was the 4th on Harrioka.
Harrioka, by the way, committing her 4th foul there. So Chaminade's made 4 free throws in a row, and the lead's back up to 13. Romeo a pull-up 3. And the rebounder Wright, who has had a great game. And we're going to get a whistle and a double dribble against Chaminade. A team from Southern California, 2 minutes and 25 seconds away from winning the West Coast Jamboree Platinum Division Championship at Deer Valley High School in Antioch. Romeo's had a big 4th quarter, but gets it blocked by McLeod. The inbounds on the far side finds Hughes for the 3, and Marcella Hughes, first points of the game, gets it down to 10. Just 2:18 to go. Up top, McLeod. Valenzuela's going to shoot a wide open 3 and miss, and a foul on the rebound against Robin Brown. That's going to send Carondelet to the other end to shoot an automatic 2. And it's going to be Hughes going to the line. Hughes has made her only free throw attempt this season. Carondelet has not been closer than 9 in this 4th quarter. Until now. 2:07 left. Romeo the defense on Robin Brown. This is Wright. Valenzuela. Orico. Using up the shot clock now. 6 on the clock. Here's McLeod going right to the bucket and scoring. What a huge hoop that was as they ran down the shot clock and got the goal to go. Here's Romeo. No foul call. She hits the deck and the loose ball is grabbed by McLeod. And a traveling violation on Chaminade, gives it right back to Carondelet, but only 1:25 left. And a timeout by Margaret Gartner. 1:24 to go, 76-66. Chaminade leads by 10. They led by 4 after the first quarter, by 3 at the half. They got a buzzer just before, a 3-pointer at the buzzer just before halftime by Christina Fandino to make it a 3-point game at the break. And then the third quarter, the instrumental quarter in this game, 26-11. They outscored Carondelet in that third quarter. Took an 18-point lead in the fourth. Carondelet's been as close as 8 points, but no closer. And they're down by 10. Natalie Romeo trying to single-handedly lead Carondelet back. Has a dozen points in this fourth quarter. And 21 in the game, which is right at her scoring average of 21.3. Mackenzie Casto is already fouled out. The Carondelet three-point shooter, Cass, did not get a field goal in this second half. Someone who's a 35% three-point shooter on the year. Had a very good first quarter. And she's on the bench now as Romeo looks to inbound, and there's a 5-second call. Just the 11th turnover on Carondelet. Chaminade's got 27 of them, but you wouldn't know it by the score.
5-second violation.
So the inbounds for Chaminade. This is Valenzuela, stripped by Romeo. Romeo's going to get a layup out of it. Cut the lead down to 8 again. And another steal. Romeo's going to fire the three, and it rimmed out. Looked like that went halfway down. McLeod the rebound and the foul. This crowd was ready to erupt if that Romeo 3 fell. One and one free throws coming up for McLeod. Romeo, if that 3 was able to fall, would have cut it to a 5-point game. They have to put some time back on the clock because they inadvertently let the clock run for a bit there. So here's McLeod shooting 1 and 1. She's a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. That's the player they want at the free throw line. Cassie McLeod. 9 of her 11 points since intermission. Double-digit game again. 1:05 to go. Romeo using that stutter step drive, missing, grabbing her own rebound, but she stepped out. Actually, a call for a travel. Carondelet looks like they're going to lose their second game of the season and fall in this championship game. But a bad pass is stolen. Open is Romeo for a 3. She's got it. .48 seconds to go. Another steal. This was by Gruppolo. Another Romeo 3. No. And the rebound is grabbed by McLeod. Boy, they could have got it down to a 4-point game if that 3 fell for Romeo. And now a foul in the backcourt with 36 seconds left. Carondelet will not go away, nor would you expect them to.
That foul was on Marcella Hughes. Her
Second foul on Hughes. So here's Orico, who was 1 of 5 from the line. Automatic 2 shots here, but she misses the first. Orico makes the second 8-point game. Romeo with 34 seconds. Gonna fire another 3. Miss it badly. Rebound to Orico. And a foul on Carondelet with 26 seconds to go.
Four fouls.
Apollo just picked up her 4th for Carondelet. Cass fouled out a while ago as Orico makes another free throw. So Hirioka, Gruppolo, and Nicolosi all have 4 fouls each, but time's running out anyway. Second free throw misses. McLeod the rebound, and she is fouled. That's a fitting way in this one as Chaminade has dominated the glass. '61 rebounds for the Eagles tonight. Gruppolo, by the way, has just fouled out with 9 points. Unofficially, Chaminade leads Carondelet in the rebounding department 61-28. As a free throw falls for McLeod, who is now 7 for 7 from the line. The rebound to Nicolosi. 22 seconds left. Romeo can't score. Rebound grab by Orico, and that should do it with 16 seconds to go. Carondelet's going to get ready for league play. They play Amador Valley on Friday night at home.
Going back to the line again.
So here's Orico going back to that line where she has 3 of 9. Chaminade, this is a team that's real hot right now. This is going to be their 13th win in a row, and their only loss was a 3-point defeat to powerhouse Windward. Misses both free throws. Nicolosi aboard. 12 seconds. Romeo, jumper off the glass, can't score. Orico grabs the rebound. That should do it. 4 seconds. Orico's going to dribble it out, and what a performance by the Chaminade Eagles. They have won the West Coast Jamboree championship game in the Platinum Division by the final score of 81-71. And they do it with a great effort in the second half. They had a 3-point lead at the break and outscored Carondelet 26-11 in the pivotal third quarter.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated for our award ceremony. If the cahoots can come down, we're going to figure things out here, and we'll be ready in about 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, call your attention to center court. Dave Jackson, the founder of the West Coast Jamboree, the managing general partner of the West Coast Jamboree, and my partner along with Clay Callum, the founder of Dave Jackson. I call him the patron saint of girls basketball because this guy works year-round for almost no money at all to put this tournament on, and he's given back to this community over $1 million. Over $1 million to the East Conference and Central Conference hospitality community. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of cake. All right, our second place team, they only missed 1 or 2, I think they only missed 1 year, and that was when they went down south to play those Christians. But we really enjoy having this team. They're our local girls, and they played their heart outs today. They didn't have quite as deep a bench as Chaminade did, but let's have a shout out to Carondelet, the second place team, and Coach Margaret Partner. Chaminade, I'm going to take pictures out. Right away. All right, our all tournament selections for we got to do the championship, don't we? All right, once again.
Harold Aubin going through the post-game awards presentation and so forth as Chaminade has won the Platinum Division Championship at the West Coast Jamboree. Great performance by the Eagles, who outscored Carondelet 24-20 in the first quarter and led 36-33 at the halftime break. They outscored Carondelet 26-11 in the third. Carondelet did outscore Chaminade 27-19 in the fourth quarter, but the Eagles withstanding the attack from Carondelet, and they win 81-71. A number of players really stepped up for Chaminade, but they particularly got it done on the glass in this game as they out-rebound Carondelet 63-30. Mi'chael Wright scores 22 points and grabs 12 rebounds. Devin Stambeck had 16 points and 10 rebounds as Lauren Nicolosi of Carondelet gets honored for being an all-tournament player. Also for Chaminade, Cassie McLeod at 13 points and 7 boards. She scored 11 of her points after halftime. Amy Harioka gets honored for the Cougars. For Chaminade, they've had Robin Brown at 8 points, 6 points for Christina Fandino and Valeria Higgins, 5 for Sarah Orico. Natalie Valenzuela scores 4, and 1 point for Kaylee Fandino.
She had 11 rebounds off the bench. Devin Stanback.
And there's Devin Stanback getting honor with her 16 points. And they have her at 11 rebounds tonight, getting honor with the all-tournament.
And now, our third selection, Kaylee Pandino.
Kaylee Pandino had 1 point tonight. Carondelet, by the way, was led by Natalie Romeo's 26 points. She scored 17 of those 26 points in the fourth quarter as Carondelet made a furious charge. Robin Brown getting honored there for Chaminade. Also 14 points for Mackenzie Cast, 9 for Gabrielle Gruppolo, 8 for Lauren Nicolosi and Amy Harioka, and 6 for Marcella Hughes, 1 for Mason Boucher.
Okay, now our MVP of the second place team.
And the MVP of the second place team is going to be announced. You have to think it's Romeo, who scored 26 points tonight.
32 on Saturday and 26 today with 13 rebounds and 4 steals. Natalie Romeo.
And Romeo of 13 rebounds and 4 steals in this game. For Romeo, congratulations to her. MVP of the second place team. Great tournament for Romeo, obviously a great season for the junior, who continues to draw more and more notice.
Most valuable player award. She had, let's see, she had 22 points and 12 rebounds, 2 block shots.
There he goes, the 22 points, 12 rebounds we told you about for Mi'chael Wright. And she also had a couple blocks in this game. And she's greeted by her teammates before going out and receiving the award. MVP of the championship team, Mi'chael Wright. Chaminade finishes 23 of 43 from the free throw line. Carondelet was 16 of 26. Chaminade did have more turnovers, 30 to 12, but like we said, they made up for it in the rebounding and from the foul line. And they improved to 14-1. They've won 13 games in a row. Chaminade or Carondelet drops to 8-2. Thanks to everyone here at the West Coast Jamboree for making us feel at home. Thanks to Clay Callum for joining us earlier. Of course, it also thanks to Harold Aben and everyone here at the Jamboree. We are pleased to stream 5 games from this tournament here on BayPreps.com, and we hope to do more in the future. Ian Vaughn, the cameraman and producer, I'm Pat O'Rourke, sign off from Deer Valley High School in Antioch, 81-71 the final in favor of Chaminade. You've been watching high school basketball action on BayPreps.com.